Gary Neville and others of that ilk always say Arsenal lack mentality. Every time we don't win a big game, it's the same tired script. We lack mentality. We weren't there to win. But here's the thing. I don't even get mad at this stuff anymore because it's not analysis. It's not commentary. It's agenda. It's performative. And quite frankly, it's predictable. Put any of these guys on a lie detector test and ask them if they genuinely believe that Arsenal were not trying to win. 1,000 times out of 1,000, they would fail. Unless they told the truth. But they're not in the business of truth. They're in the business of engagement. And look, I'm not going to start throwing stats at you or start talking about XG or possession. We don't need to do any of that. I just invite you to go back, watch the game. You can watch it on arsenal.com with no commentary. Just watch the football. What you'll see is two top teams in a closely contested match. Both going for it, both trying to win. Arne Slot himself said, and I quote, "If we play this game 10 times more in the same fashion, I think 8 times it's a draw, 1 time we win it, 1 time Arsenal win it." That's how close the game was. If Arsenal lacked ambition, then so did Liverpool, but it wasn't the case. Imagine losing a match to the champions of England because of an unsavable worldie of a free kick and putting that down to mentality. But again, the media are always going to say Arsenal a mentality because the truth is they need there to be dark clouds and negativity around Arsenal. They thrive on it. That's when their media space is buzzing. The second Arsenal slips, they've got those headlines cocked and ready in the barrel, ready to go. It fuels clicks, it fuels tribal takes, and it fuels debate. They love it. And just know, Operation Discredit Arsenal is running 24/7, 365. We all know if Arsenal go all out and lose embarrassingly 3-1, it's we're too open, we're naive, we're not streetwise. So what do you actually want? Do you want a team that is streetwise and not naive? Or do you want happy, gun-ho losers? Outcome bias is so easy to dress up as hindsight wisdom. When the result doesn't go Arsenal's way, of course you can say tactical decisions were wrong, but they just say these things based off of the outcome and not the actual game itself. It's like if someone fights Usyk. If they lose, the commentators can say they needed to be braver, they needed to take more risks. But then if they took more risk and they got battered, they could say, oh, they were naive. They should have waited for the right moments to be brave. They needed more control. So you just have to realize these narratives are going to be whipped out either way. It doesn't take any skill to just post-rationalize something. So just know, after every Arsenal loss, the internet will be flooded with so-and-so slam Arsenal videos. It's predictable, and to be honest, it's disingenuous. But just remember, it's Arsenal versus everybody, always. And listen, that's no problem. We can work with that. But another thing, this idea that you have to win away at Anfield to prove you're champion, it's just fiction. Only 5 of the last 25 title winners has won away at the team that finished second place. That's 1 in 5. For those of you that's bad at math, that's 20%. So winning away at Anfield is not a requirement for Arsenal to win the league. And honestly, if you genuinely believe that this manager and this group of Arsenal players lack bravery, belief, or conviction, you need to give your head a wobble. This team is absolutely packed with warriors that are hungry to win it all. I believe that 1,000%. And you have to laugh when you see people catastrophizing after this kind of result. I don't do it because I have got more emotional control than a 6-year-old, and I'm not a snowflake. I'm more like an Arsenal soldier. You know, I don't lose my head in the heat of battle. Look, we've taken a jab in round 1 of a 12-round fight. It's fine. You analyze it, you make the adjustments, and you move on and you grow into the fight. You don't start mentally throwing in the towel and going over the top. And listen, that's exactly what Arteta and the boys will do. They'll analyze it and they'll grow from this. Titles aren't won or lost after 3 games into a 38-game season. Losing the hardest fixture on the calendar by the narrowest of margins from a worldie free kick, that's no disgrace. That's no discredit to anybody. So the whole mentality thing with Arsenal is just media. It's cliche. It's recycled takes. It's repeat agenda dressed up as insight. So listen, don't let it fry your noodle. If Martinelli's decision making is frying your noodle, fair enough. But don't let Gary Neville and Roy Keane and all of these guys rile you up. You gotta be smarter and more grown up. Arsenal don't have a mentality problem. The media has an Arsenal agenda program. Some people don't want to hear it, but of course there were positives. Eze, Mosquera, Madueke, but we're not going to talk about that today. Just trust me. Yes, Liverpool are a powerhouse this season, but so are Arsenal. By the way, guys, this is Toxic Positivity with me, Paul, the Masked Gunner. Agree or disagree in the comments, and I'll catch you on the next one.